I recorded earlier today a video about the new moon, the upcoming new moon, and the biggest lesson there was, or message was, don't be negative. And as soon as I finished and I went to work, I became so aware of all my negativity, and not in a bad, not in a grand scale, but nevertheless, it is negativity. Someone asked me how my vacation was. I was on vacation last week. And it was great, but then I ended up talking how difficult it is to find good food for me. So I asked myself, why am I doing that? And I just realized that I might as well share what is the best way to actually stay positive, because it's one thing to say, don't be negative, stay positive, but in the end of the day, how do you do it? I mean, look at me. I told you to be positive, and then I went to work and here and there, and it's so insidious in the sense that it's sneaky. Most of the times you don't even recognize that you're being negative. I wouldn't have caught myself if I hadn't made the video earlier today. So the best and the easiest way is to distract yourself. Don't say, I'll be positive, oh, I won't be thinking about the negativity. Pick a project. Pick a project. Getting submerged and immersed in a creative project is the fastest and the most powerful way to kind of get into a state where there's no negativity. And not only that, but I've actually heard from other people a long time ago. There was a book written from 100 years ago that getting into a creative project could be a very powerful way and a sure way to actually cleanse your environment. If you worry about like energies and crystals, they work, they're awesome, and I'm not saying replace, but somehow nobody speaks about being in this field, in your own field of creativity, where you forget about everybody else, about the world, and you just create. That power, that energy, the whole field, you affect it to a point where actually it has a cleansing effect. I cannot give you a quantitative measurement. How much can you replace the crystals? I would say don't replace, just add and add and add, but consider that. Anyway, back to the positivity. In the end of the day, just pick a project for today, tomorrow, the day after, around the new moon. If you find yourself like me, constantly saying, things that I don't even have to. I like my vacation. I like the food. I don't know why I'm just complaining about that. So if you find that yourself in that position and you start noticing all the little bleeps of negativity and you're like, why am I doing that? Pick a project. That's what I ended up doing, not consciously actually. I have a project at work, and so by the time I finally get on to the revision of my physics textbook, I was completely submerged, and there was no negativity. I can hear my colleagues talk. I can actually, laugh at their banter, but I had no desire to wade in, offer my own opinions or be tempted with negativity. And let's face it, we know the world is full of negativity. So here it is for those of you who are like me, catching yourself all those little things. This I don't like. Oh, look at that in the news. Just pick a project and work on your project. Any project work. It could be gardening, it could be knitting, it could be creating or revising your book like me, singing a song. Anything has to be creative, because it requires so much focus that it's almost like there's no bandwidth left of your attention for anything else. Just do it for 3 days, and then you definitely will be in the positive and the right state of mind.